What's up, America? I'm Warthog for GeezersandArms.com, and this is a special PSA for Battlefield 4. Let me check, see if my levels are working okay. Yeah, it looks okay. This new headset, first of all, this is a Steel Series Siberia version 2 or V2. I love it. I was using the Turtle Beach X12s, which is kind of a hybrid between the 360 headset and a PC headset. I love this because it is super lightweight, and it has a cute little retractable. Look at that. Isn't that nice? It's super lightweight, and it does a simulated 7.1 surround, which is great in Battlefield. But anyway, back to more important things. GeezersandArms.com has pre-ordered a Battlefield 4 ranked server. It's a 66 player slot. It's 66 instead of 64 because two of the slots are for the new commanders on either side of the teams. So that's why it's 66 instead of just a straight 64 player map. So we're going to be having that at launch day, and I believe we're going to be at first rotating through all the maps in conquest mode, because I think that by default is a very popular mode to play, probably one of the more popular modes to play in Battlefield. And I believe we're going to, as the months stretch on, switch it up and maybe throw in some rush maps in there, throw in the new obliteration game mode, where you may have seen in the beta this last week or so, where you have a bomb that is randomly dropped. I think it looks like a little package or something like that, but it's a bomb that is dropped. All you gotta do is walk over it to pick it up, and you can get in vehicles or helicopters to transport the bomb. And either side, if you look at the huge map that you've been playing in Battlefield 4, the Siege of Shanghai, each faction or each team will have three kind of MCOM stations. You know, like in the rush mode, it's like they look like MCOM stations. So they have three MCOM stations on either side of the game mode or either side of the map. And if you have the bomb, you have to get your bomb in any way possible to all three of the MCOM stations and blow them up to win the match. And then obviously the enemy can shoot you and it immediately drops the bomb, and then they can pick it up and take it back to your side of the map and blow up your three MCOM stations. So it's a lot of back and forth momentum. You can always see where the bomb is on the map, whether it's sitting idle waiting for someone to pick it up, or whether it's actively on someone and stuff like that. So that's a very neat game mode. It's reminiscences of some game modes in Halo and Call of Duty, which is it's kind of neat way to do it. There's always kind of a front line of attack. You're always kind of chasing each other, which is kind of neat. So that's fun. I played a bunch of that. That's pretty fun. But yeah, as far as the Battlefield 4 beta is concerned, I was very impressed. Probably more so, in all honesty, the graphics themselves, the textures themselves on static objects like your character, vehicles, buildings, the environment themselves, I would say was at least, if not a little bit better, on par with Battlefield 3. So you're not going to see a huge jump in graphics quality, at least in the multiplayer, because I obviously haven't played the single player. But I would say where it kind of takes notice that this is a totally different game is kind of the ambient effects, the dust and the debris and the explosions from like when that middle skyscraper falls down. So that's kind of neat. It's definitely a, you know, prior to the skyscraper falling down the middle of the map, which if you don't know or didn't have a chance to see it or do it, there are four pillars at the front of the building, which is facing the water, and you have to put C4, tank rounds, rockets, RPGs, whatever, to damage and take down those four pillars. And once all four pillars are down, you have about 5 seconds or so, 5 to 7 seconds, if you are in the building at all, before you need to get out and away from the building, because it will topple into the water. If you haven't seen that, which is kind of a neat effect every time I see it. So that's kind of new. And there's also going to be, I believe they've announced 2 more levelations, is what they call it, or levolution, where you somehow have this USS destroyer class ship that is in a bay to some degree, and for whatever reason you do something with the ship and it will crash into the beachhead on part of the map and maybe split the map in half. I've only seen a little bit of footage of that. I haven't seen a lot. I don't know how you activate this levolution, but that's another one. The third one that I saw, which I don't know if there's just 3 or if there's going to be more, for each map's going to have one. I don't know. Might be waiting for the release or closer to date to reveal that. But it's you're kind of in an urban area, and there's a dam, and you obviously blow up the dam, and it floods the streets of this urban area. And then going from infantry walking around the streets, obviously you have to use boats and such to get around. And there's probably scaffolding and stuff on top of the roofs to get around if you don't have a boat available, I assume. But those are kind of cool. But yeah, it's the maps seem more detailed, if not graphically looking that much better. But again, this was a beta, and again, I was using the NVIDIA beta drivers for it, so I assume it will look a bunch better before release. But I'm just giving my info on the beta as it is right now. It's not available anymore. Last night was the last night that you could play it. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. There's a lot of people on the Geezers and Arms site that will be playing it. And like I said, we are getting a 64-player server. And there'll be, slots for 64 players as well as 2 commanders on either side. I'm super excited to try the commander mode and see how that works and transpires. To sit in my chair or from anywhere else and be on my iPad and get into commander mode seems kind of exciting. I don't know how much I'd do it, just because I would rather fight on the ground or in a tank or something than be in commander mode, but I will absolutely try it a handful of times just to check it out. So I guess this is the official announcement that we're definitely getting that Battlefield 4 server up and running. It will be up day 1. We have it pre-ordered, so it should be ready to go. And please check back with us and sign up for the community. Sign up with our clan on Battlelog. It's just Geezers and Arms, I believe, on Battlelog. And please like, comment, or subscribe to this video if you felt this was very informative, and if you are a soon-to-be Battlefield 4 player and are looking for a great, mature community to go with your experiences in Battlefield, because we've had a blast doing Battlefield 3. We had a Battlefield 3 server for a couple months, and it was a lot of fun. But we're kind of ramping it up for Battlefield 4 because I think it's going to be a lot better. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. We're absolutely doing some streaming videos once Battlefield 4 is up and running, so you can kind of get a little informative look at the classes and the different maps and different game modes. I'm going to be streaming all that and kind of organizing that a bit in some playlists. So stay tuned for that. Check you guys later.